I'm Victor.
I'm Jeanette. YFeed is your opportunity to speak out, so let us know what you think. In today's first segment, Sarah pulled your thoughts on music of today.
Hey, what's up? You're viewing the Hot List, so sit down, listen up, and get ready to check out some of the hottest music of today.
Let's start off with The Collins. Their new hit, Wherever You Will Go, is definitely rising to the top. Their type of music falls under more of the rock alternative categories, and they sound kind of like a mix between Creed and Lifehouse. It's said their lyrics have actually helped people cope with the attacks of September 11th. Recognize these guys? Well, with their hit, Clint Eastwood, Gorillaz were definitely meant to be noticed. Then there's Shakira. Her hit, Whenever, Wherever, became popular in the United States as well as all over the world. Laundry Service is her very first crossover album. She says she is really enjoying making this album and that it's kind of a hard transition to make from singing in Spanish to singing in English. Now on to some of our top artists and bands of today. Here we have Incubus. Their top 3 songs of the year that have been released are Pardon Me off the Make Yourself album, Goodbye and Wish You Were Here off the Morning View album. They've also released a really cool DVD entitled When Incubus Attacks Volume 2. This DVD includes some wicked behind-the-scenes footage of recording sessions, music videos, and a whole lot more. Jennifer Lopez came out with a remix of her song, Ja Rule, called Ain't That Funny. You can find this song on her new CD called J to the Lo, The Remixes. Finally, with her famous songs, A Woman's Worth and Fallen, Alicia Keys has already rose to the top. Not only does she write her own lyrics, but she also composes her music as well. Now, which artists aren't so great? Well, the first 2 that come to my mind are Mariah Carey and Enrique Iglesias. Mariah is just a little too fake with her movie Glitter, and Enrique, it seems to me, he's all about the money.
Well, that's it for today's The Hot List. Hope you enjoyed. But before I go, I put together a little video mix. Check it out.
Thanks, Sarah.
I like music too, but learning how to drive is a little bit more important to me. Josh has some information on the new laws involving driver's licenses.
The number 1 killer of teenagers is traffic accidents.
That's why the Texas DPS has put together the Graduated License Program.
The purpose of this program is to lower teen driving death rates.
There are 2 phases to this plan.
The first is when you receive your permit. You must have it for at least 6 months before you're able to get your license. The second phase is once you get your license, you will be able to drive alone between the hours of 5 a.m. and 12 a.m.
You'll only be able to drive with one other passenger in the car unless he is a family member or for an extreme emergency. The new laws take effect as of January 1st, 2002. For more information on the Graduated License Program, call 1-512-424-7777 or look online.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. But you know what? The only graduation that I'm worried about is the graduation from high school. Yeah. Here's Grace to give you some positive information on what to do after you graduate.
Imagine the kind of life you'd like to live after high school. Well, for most of us, this requires some kind of extra schooling, like let's say college. It's never too early to start thinking about what college to go to. There's a ton of information out there and a whole slew of colleges to sift through to find the one that's just right for you.
What we recommend students do in college preparation is, of course, that they take the PSAT test during their sophomore and their junior years.
Grades are very important. Colleges want to know, do you have the background to be successful at their school?
Then we advise them to take, if possible, both the ACT and the SAT exams in late spring of their junior year.
Schools are looking for students who will do volunteer work in the community. They're looking for people who are part of academic clubs. They're looking for people who are involved in choir, band, theater, athletics. Scholarships go unused all the time because students don't have a lot of extracurricular activities on their resume.
Counselors and the registrar need to have 2 weeks' notice that they need a transcript or they need a counselor to write them a recommendation, because many of the colleges will choose their students, everything else being equal on what they say in their college essay. The students need to be very careful their senior year that they observe deadlines.
The college tuition cost cover what you're going to pay for your classes. It's also going to cover room and board. That's going to be a separate expense. You're also going to have to pay for a book.
They need to be sure that they attend the senior conference next year. It's very important because the counselors go over information that they will need to have in order to have a successful senior year.
And out of state, many students are like, I can't wait to get away from home. I want to go out of state. And the reality is it's going to cost more to do that.
Students to start visiting schools that they're considering applying to, and they can start making appointments with admissions counselors and go in and visit the schools. And
If you want to know more information, I recommend you pick up the Time Princeton Review's annual college guide. So keep in mind that going to college is probably a good idea after high school, but it's not the only thing you can do. Just remember, you're probably more likely to make a paycheck with 6 digits of the college degree.
Thank I'm 2 steps ahead of you, but for those of you who haven't gotten started, you gotta get moving. Pick 4 girls that are close to you. One of them will be a victim of rape or attempted rape. It could even be the girl right next to you. Every 2 minutes, a woman is attacked for the purpose of rape. And 61% of rapes happen before the age of 18.
Half is a Blue Ribbon High School, which means that we're intelligent. So that means smart. So Natalie created a test just to see how much y'all actually know.
I want to know if you actually learn anything while you're in school.
So we, the team of Live Feed, asked the students, what do you know about your school? In what year was Taft High School founded?
In 1989.
1985.
1985.
1961.
What was William Taft's nickname in high school?
Big Love.
Humpty Dumpty.
Which 2 administrators have been working here since the school opened?
I think Kirshner and Polka have been here since the school opened.
Henderson and Maldonado.
Kirshner and Maldonado.
D. Polka and Henderson.
Polka and Kirshner.
What did William Howard Taft get stuck in?
Oh, yeah, I think he gets stuck in his doorway.
The bathtub. I've got stuck in the toilet.
That was cool, Natalie.
But now it's all about us, because we're fabulous females.
And Victor knows that. Here's Victor's segment on National Women's Month.
March is Women's Month, so if you didn't know, now you know. This is a perfect opportunity to get something for your mom and your girlfriend. The reason is because March is the ideal time to recognize the contributions that your moms and other women are making to our lives. We spoke with the women of Taft and tried to find out how to handle Women's Month. What does Women's Month mean to you?
I think more emphasis should be placed on the important job of motherhood.
First of all, I think the fact that we have recognition of a Women's Month means that society as a whole is finally recognizing that women have made a contribution rather than at a secondary level as just homemakers and mothers.
What woman had the biggest effect on you and why?
My grandmother. You kind of look to people who you can see their whole life and see what they've accomplished their whole life. I think mostly my peers have the biggest effect on me. I think that they bring a more positive environment. That's one of the reasons I enjoy teaching at Taft.
How would you like to see people celebrate Women's Month?
When I should get flowers every day of the month.
So guys, we better come up with something creative or to get us on our birthdays. For more information, look on the internet or talk to your mom.
Thanks, Victor.
No problem.
Media substitute the movies of 2001 to find the absolute best for you to rent on VHS or DVD. This past year has proved to be a favorite among young film lovers, and with the Academy Awards just around the corner, we felt it necessary to find out how you, the people, rated these films.
From hell?
Harry Potter.
Lord of the Rings.
Ocean's 11.
Royal Tenenbaums. Those were all great choices, but my personal favorite was Ghost World. But enough about me. Here's what you guys chose as the best films of 2009. Thanks, Evie, and now I know what to get this weekend.
Mark had the chance to talk to the NISD police about street racing, but the only street racing I'm going to be doing is on the video game.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever since the Fast and the Furious, street racing has become a popular event among a lot of young males, but along with street racing, there are many consequences. I'm here to inform you about the most important laws that go along with street racing. Here are some important laws you need to remember the next time you get in your car.
General term racing, according to Texas state law under the Texas Transportation Code, is referred to as engagement in a speed contest. In the state of Texas, any Class C misdemeanor of that type is punishable by a fine not to exceed $500. The Texas Transportation Code, any conduct that you engage in and is deemed reckless by a Texas peace officer, the punishments are pretty stiff. The peace officer may take you into custody for reckless driving, and your car may be impounded, along with your fine that will be established by the judge. The state of Texas does not allow any conduct in any way where you are exhibiting acceleration of your vehicle. That's a spinning of the tires, smoking of the tires, anything like that. And the fines can run anywhere from $0 to $500. A lot of people who engage in racing activities try to soup up their vehicle. One thing that they do to do that is modify their exhaust. The state of Texas does not allow any modification of exhaust to make the muffler sound louder. There are emissions laws that are at concern there, and the fines are very steep. A lot of people who engage in racing activities like to lower their vehicle for ground effects or whatever their reason. A good rule of thumb, if you're going to engage in these type of activities, that no part of your vehicle modification extend past the lower edge of your rims.
So, unless you want to end up like this, think before you race.
We hope you enjoyed our broadcast.
Keep an eye out for our next episode. And remember, if you have any ideas, just let us know. I'm Grace.
Victor.
Jeanette.